it impacts so many Arizonans, and we still have a lot to do to address the issue of domestic violence.
Well, you can hear part of my interview there with Governor Katie Hobbs. It's part of my exclusive interview inside Sojourner Center yesterday. By the way, that's one of Arizona's largest domestic violence shelters for women and children. The conversation comes as the federal government shutdown does put critical funding and families at risk. Just 24 hours ago, if you were here, you know, I was asking on ABC 15 Mornings for you to send me your questions for the governor. Angela from Glendale wants to know what happens to women and children if these shelters do in fact close. A woman by the name of Angela from Glendale reached out to me, and she says that she is worried right now about shelters closing if these federal dollars do disappear. And she wants to know what happens to women and children if these doors do shut.
Yeah, Angela, thank you for your question. I am very worried too. We know that people who come to shelters as a last resort don't just rely on the food and roof over their head that they get at the shelter, but that the shelters help coordinate services, get them back on their feet, connect them with other resources in the community. The state is trying to look at every place where we can mitigate, but we rely on these federal funds, and so many programs around the state do, and so we don't have the capacity to backfill, and I'm afraid it's going to be a really hard time while we figure this out.
And for Hobbs, this isn't just about policy. This is personal. Telling me she's worked at Sojourner, that she worked there, and that was years ago, and that a moment like this kind of feels like coming home. Why is it so important to you?
You know, I got my start in politics working here at Sojourner Center, and you know, I was doing legislative advocacy and got really frustrated that it was hard to make meaningful change.
Well, ABC 15 was the only station invited inside that conversation, and I will continue to share so much more in the days to come. In the meantime, if you or someone you love does need help, and we talk about this a lot here on ABC 15 Mornings, you're not alone. I have posted a list of resources. They're available for you right now at abc15.com. Help is available.
It's an important reminder, and also we're talking, you know, an interesting angle to the shutdown, right? I wouldn't have thought about this, but we know these are crucial services.
And the reason why we're able to cover this part of the story is because we asked our viewers, right? And you, Angela, brought that to the table, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, great work on that, Kaley.